Today we're making beef pares. We'll be using beef brisket, and this is 1.3 kilos. So what you need to do is to slice it in smaller pieces, about this big. Next, let's chop one piece of onion. Just remove the skin. You can slice it into quarters. And I also have here 3 cloves of garlic. Just remove the root. Okay, then peel. No need to slice these. Just dump everything in the pot where you put in the beef. Next, let's add in some whole peppercorns. About this much. Add in some salt. Bit more. And add in some water. Let's add in a bit more water because we will be simmering this for 2 hours. So I added in about almost 2 liters of water. Okay, next step is to bring this to a boil and let it simmer for 2 hours. And make sure to cover it while it's simmering. After simmering for 2 hours, we're left with this. Next step is we marinate the beef. So add a tablespoon of muscovado sugar to a separate bowl. Measure about 1/4 cup of soy sauce. And then dilute the sugar. Okay, then mix it in with the meat. Set that aside for about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, next step. Using the same pot that we used for the broth earlier, I started heating this. Add in your oil. I sliced onions, garlic, and ginger, and there are 3 pieces of star anise. So let's start by sauteing the onions. Okay, then let's add in the garlic and the ginger. Yeah, add in a bit more oil. Okay, once it becomes fragrant, you can add in the meat. And add in your star anise. Next step is I added a bit of water to the remaining marinade. So we can add all of that in. You can also get a ladle and add back some of the broth from early on. And you can season with pepper. No need to add more salt because you already have the soy sauce in there. Next step is to bring that to a boil and then simmer for about 10 minutes. Okay, so this has been simmering for about 10 minutes. Next step is add about 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and add some water, dilute it to make a cornstarch slurry. So add this at the end to thicken the sauce. So a bit more. Okay, that should be good. Switch off the heat. Okay, last part is we taste. So this is usually served in 2 bowls, one for the broth, one for the beef pares, and you have a plate of rice. It's usually served with chili garlic on the side. I just ran out of spring onions, and typically you'd also have spring onions on top of everything. And what they typically do is they add some of the sauce to the broth. So like so. To add more flavor. So the way to eat it is slurp some of the broth first. And get your beef along with the sauce. Put it on the rice. Get some chili garlic. That's good. And we're done for the day.